Booyah! It's 3 AM and I am ready and bound. Here we go, Dinton baby. I don't usually jump on the camera this early, but I just drove past a couple of lads stumbling all over the gaff. It's 3 in the morning. It's 1 minute past 3. And by the way, it's 8 degrees. 8 degrees. That's warm. What are we on now? Mid-December, 10th of summer. It is 10th of December, Sunday. Early hours in the morning, bit of wedding today. But yeah, just went past someone stumbling down the street. And you know, just over a couple of months ago, that probably would have been me on a Sunday morning. And I had to smile to myself. I thought, look at me now, on the way to the lake, absolutely G'd up. Woke up 10 minutes before my alarm was going off. Didn't get my head down till about midnight. And yeah, set an alarm for like 5 to 3 to get there just before first light. And yeah, woke up like a kid at Christmas. Right, here we go. Get some diesel in, get a bit of scrannage, and off we bloody go. I've been gagging to get back after catching that one last week, 38 pounder, obviously. Whew. I'm about 3/4 of the way round. Thought I'd try and cover this bottom end as much as I could this morning, really, because I'm going to be spending the morning watching it come white, where I said earlier, so B&Q Suey. So yeah, either possible, I say possible, when I heard it I was like 100%, but then I see, well, there we go, when I let me just get into a bit of swim at least, this'll do. Yeah, when I heard it I was like, oh, that was one, but it was long and right down the bottom end. And then about a few minutes later I noticed there's all the geese out there, so I was like, was it a goose maybe plonking under the water like they do when they're splashing themselves? But a bit of a weird time for them to be doing that, so that's something to go on at the minute. Let's keep in the back of the old mind. Is anyone in this swim? No, I won't stand in it. But yeah, it's nowhere near light. It's still starting to brighten up a little bit, but nowhere near. Good half an hour or so yet. So it's quite calm. Well, it's flattening off, so good for hopefully seeing them. Need to find them this morning. Just something to set me up for my first night, or 3 nights ahead of me. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to stay in one place, but it's budding lovely to have 3 nights at them this time. But yeah, nowhere near like, so what you can see. Nothing. Right, let's crack on. A little bit of light now. Stood around in Suey. So kind of thinking I'm going to start seeing them out there in them gaps of the islands, but could be very wrong. And we've got a big change in weather coming. Big change in everything really. But that's where my eyes are going to be for the morning. Based on seeing nothing, but the grebe's still in that swim that I finished up in last week, and obviously catching last week, and the rain's coming at about 11. Going to drop in there. Matey in there did say that one of his rods pinged out the clip, his right-hander as well. Possible liner. He's only got one rod in that direction, so I'm thinking for ease of knowing the depth, the sun's coming tomorrow, it's going to be clear sky, 13 degrees, everything's just sort of saying do a night in there to either catch them or find them in the bay, or get the out of the bay. So that is the plan. Although I know what I'm like, probably end up somewhere else in a minute. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Hot noodles! Noodles for Scotty Noodles. Retainers, what? Never know, you just never know. Right, don't need the dinghy, don't think, hope I don't need it. Got that. Need you. Obs. Ready to go, let's do it. I'm all in, I'm rocking. Lovely. The rain's come as predicted, so I think I made the right choice rather than continuing to walk around. We'll see. It's good a start as any, isn't it? Let's get them done. We're already wrapped up. My mate, he was packing away. There was someone in here. This bay's been really busy. Almost like a bit of a deja vu from last week. I was busy in this bay, and then everyone dropped off. I moved in here, and yeah, got the bites. So we'll see. Three of the boys has just come down, just went to Jack, have you seen one? And he's like, no, and then one's just levered out straight in front of us. That's a long carp that was, wasn't it, Jack? Belly up.
It's a pike.
It wasn't, mate. That was a big carp. That's what?
It's alright, Jack, you can talk, it's raw. It's raw.
Yeah, that was a good one, that was, mate. That was a long one. 60 yards max, like that, Jack.
Where was it?
Literally straight out here, 60 yards.
What, in front of that white tree? That skinny white tree?
In line with that grassy bit over there.
Alright.
Why is it whenever we visit a Lloyd?
I know, he'll have one now on one of that right-hander or middle will go with a big one.
I need to bring the rod shorter.
Too long,
Too far, mate. That was 60 yards, wasn't it, Jack? At most, 60, 70 yards into that bit of black water, wasn't it?
See that,
Hello. Been able to do much flogging because I've had heads in the swim all day. Nick and Jack come over from Winch. Cheese has been over, the boys were here this morning, they were in the swims, they were on. It's been a bit mad, it's good though. Bennett's been over, loads of lads, it's good. I like the socialism on here. But to bring you in the loop, I've got 2 out long. So I saw that, saw that one short, and I saw another one short. So I flicked zig short, so say short's like 60 yards, and then I thought, right, give it till half an hour before dark, and I put 2 rods back out in the zone where I caught from last week, because I feel like they might have been sat here in the day and then push out there in the night and, you know, into the deep water over the other side and move back over here. So I've got one short, so 60 yards where I've seen it towards that grassy area, where I saw that good one come out. The other one I didn't clock the fish, but I could see the wake, so Bennett clocked it as well, but it's definitely a show. And then now, so Cheesy was just here, and little one's jumped out probably 30 yards out while he was here, and he's literally just gone, and 2 have gone over, 3 actually. One of them was definitely the same fish. But yeah, 3 of them have gone over probably 40 yards. When I say the same fish, it just sounded the same, you know. Well, it could have been, but yeah, fucking mental. It's like, what, 7 o'clock, 7:30? Just short again. So, someone's walked past. Plan being, sort of tucked in the bivvy here with my light on. I'm just gonna have to listen to it. I'm not getting any liners. I'm sort of picturing my lines to be about maybe 2-3 foot up in the air, and I'm thinking, why am I not getting any liners? Clearly a lot of fish out here. This is madness, can't believe it. I have got 1 rod short. If that short rod goes, I'll commit all 3 short. I'm sort of half tempted. If these keep booming out short, these are even shorter than me short rod. Like, just wing line, buddy, here, mental. Can't help but think they're going to sort of push out into that zone where I picked them up last week. Who knows? It's all a learning curve, but it's the best bit. Buzzing head off. Buzzing. Like, it's mega to be hearing them and seeing them and that. Seen what, 6-7 shows in the swim since I've been here. Oh, come on.
Just got to get these depths right. I've gone for like a 3, 3.5, 4, or 3, 4 and 4.5, something like that. All around them depths it was at last week, but it could quite easily be right up in the layers. Who knows? I'd rather be underneath them a little bit than over them, because obviously I don't want to be foul walking them. That's what I thought. And if I don't get anything on these short ones, then I will pick them up a little bit tomorrow. That's the plan. Yeah, this short zone, keep seeing them consistently short here, don't I? I've said it over the last couple of vlogs, keep seeing them, just only the odd ones. This is more, so I'm going to stop waffling, I'm going to get out there for a good half hour or so. Well, till I want to go to sleep. Here's another one short and right, so it's very, I've got to redo all these so early. It's what now? Not even 8 o'clock. 4 to 8. Thought, you know what, just put them all out the same depths. I think I've got one about 3, 4, 4.5, something like that. 3, 3.5, 4. That'll do. Probably found about 7 foot. So I'm about mid to upper, which I like. They don't half seem like they're right up in the air though. They're just gracing. One of them boomed out a little one, but like they're just gracing, but we'll see. It's just, but yeah, I've literally just flicked them all here, literally can't be any more than what, 6 to 10 rod lengths at most. Yeah, just had to go for it. It. You know, that's how I'd react if it was in the day. Day and night means nothing to me. If the fish are short, I'm fishing short. I'm not going to wait for them to push out there. You just, yeah, these can be so instant. But legs can push them away, so you just got to run that risk. Free cast, pop, pop, pop. Hopefully they're just mooching up and down, you know. If there was some fish sat there, they might have pushed off and there's another group coming through in a wave. Nobody knows, but I know one thing. There's some carp sat here in front of me and they're just sticking their heads out. And old Scotty Noodles listening to them. Pop, pop, pop. Come on, that'd be bloody lovely. Nothing. Been here all night. I've had a few consistent, but just got 6 in the morning, obviously. Yeah, just heard one further out. That's pretty painful. We're definitely still short, I think the zigs are too low. It's going to be sunny today as well. Committed now, so as we'll see it to first eye, see where they're at. Back to the drawing board today. That cannot happen again tonight.
Oh, I've seen like 3 or 4 in the last 5 minutes. We've got some sort of... Let's roll with it. I'm currently recasting anyway. 1 sec.
Well, for a 6 and a 7 and an 8 out there, I feel like I'm not cutting through myself because that one is well over there, these 2 are over here. See what happened. I was half tempted to commit all 3 short or all 3 long, but I thought, you know what, put that right hander out there. These fish are definitely higher in the water, I believe. can't help but feel confident, man. And these zigs, fish showing, it's just cracking that height. Hopefully people are sort of seeing that these zigs aren't just about, oh that's it, they're at that height or whatever. Like, I caught on a 3 to 4 foot last week, and you've got to work them. You've got, you know, I'm 6, 7, 8 now. You know, a matter of 3-4 days. I haven't been here for 4 days. It was last sort of Monday, Tuesday I caught. So yeah, it's about 6 days ago. The fish are in a similar zone, but they're at a different height. That's for sure. You can tell by the way they're showing. They're just sort of porpoising out. The grebes are working the higher levels. I'm seeing the V-line off the grebes as they're working. So it's all telling me get up in them layers. Hopefully I'm right. It could be on the bottom. But the beauty of these zigs is you can just flick them in, flick them out, change the depths. Really cast them here, cast them there. In the past I've never really had much drama with chucking among fish. They sort of just spook out and then they come back in and spook, you know. That's how you can get instant bites on these zigs. You just got to get that depth right. As long as the depth's right, you're in with a good chance. So hopefully, you know, doing the opposite, I mean, I had to go, let me get comfier. I had to go with what I caught on last week as a starting point to either find that they were at that depth, or like I have already now, find that they're not at that depth. You know, I'm not one to just sort of, I've had fish over me. If they're over me, I should be getting a chance at them. It's as simple as that. That's the way I think in my mind. So I'm too shallow. I've ruled that out. It's a process of elimination. So yeah, I'm now upper layers. I was mid, now I'm upper. Right. Haven't done much fogging because I've had old Joe down for thinking angles. Yeah, I've just done me 2. Gone 8 wraps, 10 wraps. This is 12 wraps, and I've gone 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. This is the furthest one, which is 12 wraps. Hopefully these fish turn back up tonight. Well, they might still be there now, but hopefully they're having a little bit of a nut out. It's game on. Got the depths right, got black and blacks, all of them. I've had 2 already, really. Say already. But this time last night, yeah. 9:10. One's subtle and then one's boomed out about 5-10 minutes ago. Straight on me. They're on me. Bang on. So I'm up in. I'm in the upper layers now. They've got to be up and about somewhere. Because if they were down low, you'd think I'd be getting liners. I would be. Tight. I'm on tight lines. So, and I've got the bobbins on super sensitive. The alarms on, sorry. So, very strange. I think it's game on tonight. I think they were higher last night. I think it's, yeah. I'm confident. Your fish slowly moving through. It's a bit misty this, isn't it? That was either fish slowly moving through. 1 second.
Oh, it's missed in the lens.
The fish slowly moving in. What trailer?
It's right under went, it's like right up.
And the middle one went just after.
Well, you would have seen. Sorry about the mist, it's inside the lens.
Yeah.
So I'm settling.
Oh. It's definitely fish here. That's why it's up and down. It's mental. Just rocked up like that.
That's madness.
Yeah.
But yeah, a minute ago I see a grebe. Might have just caught it on the, just as it was getting dark, might have caught it on the right hand side of the camera.
Three bits.
Jumped, went in this margin, close in 20 yards out. Hit the surface, berserked off. Out into the pond. So, something going down. Woke up. Bruh. Swim looks like a bloody bomb's hit it. Alright, quick, 2 minutes I've got. Down. Good for a minute. Hello there! It is the Sunday after the week before, as promised. I'm heading back to the pond. You are slightly on a tilted angle, but I do not care. I'm heading down to Reading, to Dinton. Oh, there you go, we're back in the room. Heading down to Dinton. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it really after the proper really mugged me off last week. I got a real taste of Dinton Carp being absolutely sneaky as anything, or maybe me being a little bit naive to think that the zigs were the way. I believe in my mind. I had a good think about this, and I think I just totally ripped the deck off just because there hadn't been any bites. So the zigs came in December the 1st, and pre that everyone was obviously fishing on the bottom, and there hadn't been any bites for a good sort of 4, 5, 6 weeks to my knowledge on the bottom. So it's sort of, I think in my mind I totally writ it off, and I'm not even saying that the deck was the place to be. It could have quite easily been the zigs, or they were just moving through or whatever, or they weren't happy with me zigs, the presentation or whatever. I believe probably the latter. I believe that they were probably sussing them zigs and maybe not at the right depths or whatever, I'm not too sure. But obviously, me being me, I've been away and I've been thinking long and hard about what I can do to try and catch these fish if I get in that situation again where there's fish on me. Sometimes it's easy as just whacking them out. Sometimes you've got to go outside the box, and I think that's what I've got in my armoury this week. I've got some quite out the box stuff. Say out the box, it's just different to the norm. I'm going to give away anything what it is, because if this works, this could be really game changing, and I think I've just got to keep it up my sleeve for a little bit anyway, or at least while I'm testing it. Let's see if it works first, and then maybe I'll start having a bit of a party and calling it game changing. If not, we'll cut all this bit out of the vlog, and nobody will be any the wiser that I absolutely messed up. He's here, I made it. Whew. Eyes are burning. It's just about 12 o'clock now. I've walked the bank where I finished up last week. Basically, I'm the only one on now. My lads are just packing up and going, so I'll be the only one on at the minute. Someone could turn up. I'm just walking the opposite bank of the same bay that I finished up last week, basically where I saw the fish last, really, which is in front of this swim, 17-18. Big old steps down. yeah, I thought I'd come round here because I'm going to go on to that end point down to the left. I'm going to have a good look here. I'm going to go on the end point down to the left and have a good look at all that body of water. I've got a few hours before it goes dark and I need to be in somewhere, so may as well use them. You never know. Could get some daytime shows. Kierman, where are you? Been looking for a good old while now. Haven't seen anything to go on. I think I've seen is in that 17-18 where I was thinking anyway, where I last see them. The grebes again in front of there. There's a lot of grebes out here to the left though, which I'm just keeping my eye on. Big old group of them. Not that I'm 100% saying that the grebes are following the carp, but there's definitely some sort of coincidence going on, so there's something for me to give me a bit of a homing beacon for my eyes, isn't it? But yeah, it's just, I can't wait to start seeing them out here and hearing them out here. Like, because I'm sort of in night mode now, I'm going to get these rods out. That's what I sort of come on to say was, yeah, I'm going to get the rods out, get my head down for a bit because I'm tired, I'm sure you can imagine. So get the rods out somewhere, probably that 17-18 from what I'm sort of thinking so far. Last place to see them, and the fish have been getting in the bay. It's sort of the mouth of it, so I can sort of fish staggered across the mouth if you like, and see what happens just as a first night. And then I'll get up in the dark, have a listen in there, but literally just behind me is this swim here with all this water, so there's nothing stopping me just having a wander to this swim, standing at the top of these steps for an hour or so in the dark. So I've got from 6 to 18 foot. 6 foot over to the left, 18 foot over to the right. I knew it did that, I just didn't know the exact depths. But yeah, 18 foot. I knew it sloped, sorry, but I just didn't know where it was at with the water column. I have fished and caught this swim a few winters back. Some might remember me running out with my bare foot on, bare feet, freezing cold January, December, I think it was January. Right, rods is wrapped up, basically staggering them across the swim. Different depths downwards. I work downwards with zigs, so I'm a few foot from the top, a few more feet from the top. I'm sort of working the top sort of 6-7 feet between the three zigs. And I've got my new little wonder zig going out there, 3 of them, going all out, committed. I've been playing around with a few different bits and bobs, but I'm really 100% happy with these as to be my sort of working prototypes, if you like, and I'm committing to them to see how they go. It shouldn't, it might not strike as your best place to trial something out, but this is why I'm fishing. If I'm going to get something right, or wrong, if I'm going to get it wrong, then this isn't the place, but if I'm going to get it right, this is the place, so we shall see with that one. But yeah, I'm just going to throw them out there now. Not really too much to talk about with regards to zigs. Haven't seen anything, been watching. I have noticed seagulls getting on a little bit of a hatch, and a few sort of gathered around this these brambles here when I'm setting my bivvy up, which you notice, sort of a little bit of a hint of spring in the air in December. What's going on? But yeah, I mean, we're nearly at the shortest day of the year already. We're only a few days off it, so you know, the days will be getting gradually longer soon. Here we go. Good that I miscast on purpose, obviously, just to see if they tangle. Yes. That didn't tangle, I seen it. Oh, I've literally been stood up there Well, since when I seen me, I've been Hawkeye in that water. Seen absolutely nothing. But I haven't really been showing in the day. It's more in the night, so you know what I'm gonna say. Let's see what the night brings. I'm on the mooch. Only 9 o'clock, but committed to when I got tonight really, so let's get on my toes, find where they are. Down the other end of the pond now. He is looking. One lap down, I haven't seen anything. Not even a roach fart. I'm not just going to stay where I am for the sake of it. I need to go somewhere else. Now, it's either right down the other end, to either see if they're there or write it off that they're not there, or where I was last week, based on them being in that short edge and mugging me off for 3 days. Because what I'm thinking is, I've been in that edge. 1 second, let me sit down here. What I'm thinking is, if they've been in that edge for the last few weeks, then they're returning there for summer, and it's just, whether it be safety, warmer, natural, whatever, surely they're creeping in and out of there still. So I'm sort of thinking about that, and also put a lead on where I put some bait last week, see if that's changed at all, and obviously rebait it. It's 20 to 11 now, 10:30, 11, and yeah, nothing to go on as of yet, which is okay. A lot of birds out here, but got to sit somewhere, aren't they? So yeah, that's the two things I'm toying with in my mind at the minute. But I most certainly won't just be staying where I am because I'm set up. That's for sure. Didn't get a single beep. Definitely weren't that gravelly last week. I'm gonna fish on the bottom. Here we go. Floats up. Gonna go out. Put the bait out, come back in, couple of solid bags, I think, at least. We'll see. Plan is, that spot's all baited, it's only short. I'll put 2 rods on bags of maggot, just short there. And then I'm gonna just get a depth on where I was catching last week, out there. And then go from there really, see what depth. I'm gonna put one on a zig, because that's out to the right. Don't affect these lines, and then the other ones I'm using with scopes with the fluorocarbon on straight through, so yeah, nice and invisible. We'll see what happens. Just got to go mid-water with the 1 zig, so just got to measure it off. 4-foot zig, so the float and that. A bit of bow. For 4-footer, that's what I caught on the other week as well. So that'll do. That will do. Clipped up. rig wise, just gone for, oh, just sat on them. A lucky bit of arsehole on them. Just drying them off because it's just testing the balance bar. One pink, one orange, little grub kickers, little maggot tipper on one of them, artificial. Nothing super technical, this is just stripped down, stripped back supernatural, stripped back cam stiff to put a coating off it. So, see how this works out. Human. Boosh. Solid bags. Who doesn't love a solid bag? Right, winter tractor roof. I don't know if it's officially winter yet. I don't know what the date is. It's the 18th. I'm calling it winter anyway. Right, boom. Get me bags out. Where's my bag stuff? Top pocket. EVA bags. Oh, yeah. There we go. So we've got what size that is. What size that is. Small. Small is the ones that I like. I like them a lot. Woo. Solids. We're not going far, but what I'm going to do is get a little tiny bit of manila to put into crumb. This will be my powder. Just at the end, because I haven't got any pellet or powder. Let's make this real fine. Get all the big bits out. Sieve it. So it doesn't get caught on the up point. Used boilie before as that little end bit. Can be a bit better than powder, because what powder do is hold a load of air and then it actually congeals in the water and then it comes up and then drops back down. Whereas the boilie is a little bit heavier, a little bit more moist, so it stays down on the bottom and doesn't create that sort of air pocket effect. Right. It's been a while. Oh. Have we got any PVA tape? Is the question. Being edgy then, wouldn't I? Obviously not. Nope. It's a lick and stick job. Stick the old coolers on. And that is about as good as I'm gonna get. Bag of maggots. Couple little holes in carefully. Carefully being most important part there. Always put them just in the powder end. So by rights, the arrow want to flow up to the top where it's coming out quite easily. Go down like that and like that. I hope. Right then, zing it out. Don't mess about, I don't. Let's do it. See if it goes.
Roger's out. Trying to get a little better. There we go.
Right, it is currently 11:30. I've had 2 carp and a possible show. No, a sort of hour, sort of way out, literally. Just hawk-eyeing and listening. The road's just quieting off a little bit. That's why the first one was a possible, but it's sort of, because I've had 2 since definites, only close in. One of them sort of, I was looking this way behind, rooting around for someone, it was sort of disorientated, but they're both short. And the possible one was maybe a bit further out, but the birds are doing some mad stuff. I keep rocking around out there. It's so warm, honestly. It's 12 degrees. It's mental. It's mid-December and it's 12 degrees at night. Just hopefully do it for a bit of a munch. And obviously I've got 1 zig out anyway. 1 super zig. But yeah, it just feels good. Just hopefully I've got it right and right zone and they're up for it on the deck. They might just be mooching around in them up layers, and when they are, you just sometimes just got no chance if you're on the deck. But putting it all together, I feel like I've got a good chance here. Fingers crossed. It's good to know they're up and about and they're here. Could quite easily have been showing here last night. Could have been showing in front of me over there. Silly of me really, but I was so knackered last night after doing that night shift and coming straight down. I had to get my head down early. And obviously did the night shift, didn't I? Got up in the dark. But I should have known, well, I say should have known, I had to get some sleep. It's just typical the showing at the time that I was sleeping last night, so maybe that's what happened last night, maybe not. Who knows? It's definitely a different night tonight. Wow, it's just like one of them muggy, like bright skies. Like, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see it so bright over there. It's just feels just all the heat's just locked in, and nature knows it. They're having it. Come on, big dirty carp off the deck tonight. Won't go shouting about that one.
Prepped a little bit of bait I'm going to put out. It's just all manila 20 mils, but all into powder and chopping little bits and bobs. Like just, just easily digestible, nice and soft. I'm going to put the rest of me, got like probably half a pint of maggots left in there, I'll put them in as well. Just a little bit of something to put on the spot to hopefully try and start something going. I mean, if not, who cares, but something to just keep me occupied, keep me checking. You just never know. You just never know. Oh, hello, Northerly. Where have you come from? Might just be hanging it out for a little while. You just never know. Could turn up on this in waves. This. Big flat spot just kicked up out of nowhere. Madness. What's going on? Come on, the Carps. Hello there! It is 21st December, Thursday. It's 8:30. in the evening. What am I doing? What have I been doing? It's been a long day, I know that much. I was busy this morning in meetings around my ways, then I've drove over to Luton to Pro White Explorer, the tackle shop that's at Jag. Got over there for a set off about 12, so I got over there for about 2:30. And I've been at an open evening at their tackle shop until about half an hour ago, about 8 o'clock, 7:30 I left actually, so an hour ago, and I am Dinton bound. I'm heading for Reading. I've got a 9. Thought why I'm sort of down these ways, or I'm nowhere near it. I was an hour and a half away. I thought it was a bit closer, but it's not. I thought why I'm sort of down these ways, I'll get down and do a quick night, because I've got to pack up in the morning. I've got a meeting over in London, I've got a shoot over there, and the plan was, being deadly honest, the plan was to head back from London. I think the meeting's about 1:30, so I would have been probably about 3 o'clock. I would have had to head back from London to get back around my ways for about 5:30 to go to a Crewe Alexandra game. I had a ticket booked with a load of the boys to go out, and I wasn't planning on drinking or anything, but in the last couple of days I've sort of been thinking, oh, should I just have a bit of a Christmas blowout, whatever. I'm 2 months and 3 weeks sober today, and I just thought, I'll have a bit of a Christmas blowout maybe, and then get back to going sober in January. And then I was just literally, that's why I've turned this on, I was just driving down, I was just chatting to one of my mates who's doing a bit of sober as well, and sort of said, what's the point? I'm just going to set myself back, I might as well just keep going, and because I'm getting loads done. I feel really healthy, I feel really positive minded, my fishing's flying, everything's flying, and getting my house done, business is good, everything's sound, so I think why even bother? So I've just literally rang me mate, not like that, on the speakerphone, rang me mate and said, see if you can sell my ticket for me, just because I'm feeling a bit vulnerable, like I was going to have a drink, because I wasn't planning to at first when I said I'd go, but so I just took myself out of the situation, and what that's allowed me to do is obviously go fishing tonight, do the meeting in London tomorrow, and then go back to the lake tomorrow and do tomorrow night, and then I'll go home on Saturday, which will be the 23rd. It'll be like Christmas Eve, and so I get 2 nights of fishing. So I thought, you know what, the main thing tonight was just about getting some more bait on my spot. Last time you might have seen, I went out and baited, fished it for a night on the bait, and then baited before I left as well. I think I covered that, whether I didn't, that's what happened. I baited before I left with a load of crumb. Yes, I did, a load of crumb and the maggots that I had left. I've got probably 3 or 4 pints of casters and a couple of pints of maggots in the back that I just got from the tackle shop, buzzing. So I've got that. The main idea was to get some more bait on that spot either tonight or tomorrow before I go. But now I've got 2 nights at it in my head. I'm thinking, probably work my arse off when I get down the pond now, try and find these carp, because I've got 2 nights ahead of me. So that's the plan. I will obviously get some bait in at some point, whether I drop on that spot tonight or not, or whatever, but that bait will go on that spot while I'm here, trust me, because I want to keep that going. Whether it's the right or wrong thing to do, I don't know yet, until we get some results, or don't get results. And that's about it. I'm heading over to there now. It says 15 minutes on the sat nav, although I do know where I am now, I don't know why it's on. 15-20 minutes away, gonna mooch the lake. I think I'm just gonna bore myself down to go down that other end, whether it be from peg 39 right the way around to peg 4, somewhere down that end. I just want to have eyes and ears and do some fishing down there, some tight braided lines through. I did it a couple of weeks back, you might remember if that featured in these vlogs. I did it a couple of weeks back, probably 3 or 4 weeks ago actually. Probably the first weeks of the zigging, which would have been November. So yeah, 4 or 5 weeks ago, I fished tight braided lines as far as I could out of peg 3. Nothing happened all night, and again, so that sort of ripped that area off. But it's a different week now. You can change area day to day. So yeah, I'm gonna go back down there, because last week when I was in the bay in that swim 10-11 where I've been baiting, it was very, very quiet, quieter than I've seen it. So it's felt like they'd vacated that bay and gone somewhere else. Might be up in that bay again now, who knows, but I feel like I want to just almost write out my mind or find them down the other end. Write out my mind that they're not down there or find them down there. We shall see. You know what I'm going to say. See you when we get there. It's 1:45 and I'm pretty knackered. I've gone down the other end. Woo! Gone down the other end. I'm in peg 2. So one of me sort of thoughts I had. And yeah, switched over to the braid, white casting braid that is. Little drops in the bobbin, sensitivity up. And yeah, just got 2 foot, 3 foot, 4 foot all sprayed between 100 and 120 yards. Left, middle, right at the swim, fishing the lines through the water. It's only about, predict me, 5 or 6 foot, 6 foot of water out here maybe. And that's that. Got 3 drops. Wind's hacking in here. I haven't heard anything. I did walk all the way up to peg 4. And then I walked all the way around sort of the other side, sort of 39, 38, 37, listened in another bay. Nothing. Didn't really have much to go on. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to settle on that golf bank and fish through the shallow water. Hopefully pick some up. If not, can sort of rule it out for a little minute. And definitely go and bait that spot in the morning or before I leave. I'll pack up, get the kit away, go around there, pop the float up, go and bait up, or just do it with a spawn, probably just bait up with a boat. And that's that. Actually, I'm coming back tomorrow night, so I don't have to bait up before I go. I'll just bait up when I get here. Well, it's 2 minutes past midnight. So what, 20 minutes ago? I've just been lay here. I just heard one boom out like 4 times on the run. I want to guess it was, well, not guess. I know it was definitely that direction, which you can't see where I'm pointing, but I'm pointing towards. These birds are going mad as well down here. Keep randomly scattering off. But yeah, this was definitely a carp. 4 times. Thinking about the sound travelling with the wind, I'm going to say it was straight between me and 39 over there. Probably, maybe. Yes. I reckon, well, there's fish down this end of the pond. And if there's one here, you bet your ass there's more. This is mega. I'm so glad I come down here now. I'm not saying that I'm going to catch one, I just mean to know that there's fish down this end of the pond as well. Which is presumable, but... Birds scattering off again. Presumable, but... You can't live on presumptions, you've got to try and get some facts from it. So... definitely worth concentrating down here because there's so many people up in that bay fishing. Like there's 4 in there now, I think 3 or 4, and it's Thursday night and there's no one down this end of the pond. I only know of one lad who has been getting down this end of the pond because he just doesn't go in the bay anymore. Fair play to him. Just feel like, yeah, if I was to start catching down here, might be something best kept to myself if possible. Just because it's better, isn't it? Less lines, more fish for me. We'll see. I might not have any chance. Let's try and catch one first, Scott. Good morning. Been having a couple of liners. I've had 2 different liners on that right hand rod, which is interesting because that's the direction that I eared that fish last night. So something to go on. Definitely eared one, come out 4 times. And then yeah, a couple of liners, definite liners on the right hander. And that's enough. So hopefully we're going to see some fish this morning as well. But over the last couple of weeks I've been showing sort of between that sort of 6 in the evening till midnight,
shows last night were midnight. But hopefully they have a bit of a morning show. Yeah, mum.
I've just seen 3 shows in a matter of 30 seconds. All out here to move right between me and Peg 1. It's probably Peg 1's water, but there's no one there. So I'm going to leave me right hander out, which isn't far from them, and I'm going to get them to ping them down there into them. Oh, come on.
Just see one not far from that middle rod. No, right hand rod. Yeah, it's mega out. You know, it's sort of all come together a little bit of a throwaway night, which is obviously now turning into 2 nights once I've shot off earlier to London. Yeah, eared one to the right. Liners on the right hand rod, now seeing them to the right. All them little bits of the jigsaw, if you like, they could have quite easily not showed, and you know, I would have still known that they were to the right because of them right hand rod liners, or vice versa. You know, just heard that one. I'd have gone on that last night, 100% for tonight. But as much as I think it's about being over there in 39 fishing out to this water, I am seeing them over here in front of Peg 1. I could probably hit that water if I really needed to from Peg 1. So I'm sort of playing between Peg 1 and 39 at the minute. Come on. But I'm thinking about tonight already when I've still got this morning. The rods are out there and they are on me. Let's be having you.
We're working. Now I've just had absolute drama with this camera. I'm wet. It means one thing. I've had drama with this fish. I mean drama. It did not want to give up. I swear to God, on my life, I had it on for at least 25 minutes. It was going mental. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this camera. 1 second. Is it recording? Yeah, something up with the screen. I've it already, but I don't care. Literally, this fish is sick. I don't know what to do. I'm in 2 minds. No one's seen me. I've got it in a retainer. I don't know what to, but it's 50 odd pound. It's 57 pound. I lifted it up. It's a big carp, but I haven't weighed it properly because I just thought that's definitely big. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Can I do self takes with a 57 pounder just to keep it quiet? It's going to get busy down here if people know I've caught. Oh, don't know what to do. Let me have a think about it. I need to have a minute. I've got to tidy up, get the rods straight back out. Took all the other rods out, it's towing them around. Honestly, I'll fill you in a minute, but I'm buzzing. Another 50 for the year. Get in. Right, I've just realised this is a PB mirror. Sake. Oh, wow. First day of winter today as well. Let me get a proper weight on this. Say 57.4. What the f***? Have a look at this. Oh, I'll be able to snatch some stills from this video, but wow, I don't even know what carp it is. I don't even know what carp it is. Look at the size of this.
My days. Sick. This is a big fish. Wicked. My head's blown off. Right, let's go the other side quick. My days. Look at that. Yes. Beast. Right, let's get it back. I can't believe I'm doing this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this carp. Wow. £57, first day of winter. Wow. What a buzz. What a buzz. Go on, girl. Go on, girl. Oh, yes. Get out that weed. She's in the weed. That's it. Sick. Right, let me get this mat cleared up and I'm gone. Yes.
I'm on my way to London. I'm a bit, well, I was a minute ago, I was a bit off with myself, to be honest. Sorry, a bit peed off with myself. Just because it was just all such a crazy random mess. It was like right at the death. I needed to, I'm going to be late. This is such an important meeting, what I'm going to. It's not even involved with me, it's to do with my old man. But it's just so important. I can't be late, I can't miss it, and I'm actually going to be 15 minutes late now. It just so happened, you know, I had the fish on for a good 20-25 minutes, like it beasted me. But anyway, what I was getting at is I was a bit off because, you know, it's a PB mirror. You know, the first day of winter, I should be buzzing, and I was buzzing to myself, and I thought I need to get on the road. There's no one here. How the am I going to get pictures this quick? And I, you know, I didn't necessarily want loads of people knowing anyway, just for a minute until I at least get back later on, because it'd be nice to get in the area. So yeah, it was all a bit of a mess. I'm sure you can understand. I've got a massive fish. I need to get to London. I mean, I actually, you know, I should have stayed in an hotel right near there. It's that important. I've got to be there on time. So, but it is what it is. I've got to come off here, otherwise I would have been very late. Imagine that. But yeah, I mean, there'll be some nice shots to be able to get. I was peed off, sorry, that my I haven't got my bracket for my camera, so I couldn't even do self takes. So I've got video footage. I've got a couple of match shots. Is what it is. I'm there all winter. And yeah, hopefully I can sort of keep it. I'm not gonna keep it quiet, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to tell people. Obviously, you know, I tell the few people that I've been chatting to, and that is what it is. It's no big secret. I'm there 3 days a week anyway. So I was just having a chat with Dan, Mr. Wildpool. He said the same. He said, look, whether people know or not, it doesn't matter. You know, it's you know, you're there every week and they get bounced around, which they do. It's just nice to capitalise, find them out of that bay. I've been dying to find them out of there. And my super zigs work. Oh, I've been dying to put them to the test properly, have fish on me and get a result. And wow, I am mega excited about what's to come based on that zig working. We shall see. But right, I've got to get to landing. I'm trying to get through traffic. It's the Friday before Christmas, trying to get in and then back out of London later on. It's going to be a stressful day. An overnighter! Did I just have a £57 on an overnighter? To be honest, it was probably a little bit bigger than that, but I give myself a little bit of leeway because I don't want to take too much. Yeah, it was probably 57.5 to 57.4, but is what it is. Anyway, I'm buzzing my head off. I can't wait to get back later, obviously. And yeah, let's see what else can happen. You just never know. But my winter's made already, innit? I had a 38 pounder a couple of weeks ago that was sick, and then now I've just had a 57. Wow, this is what dreams are made of, and that is why I am fishing Dinton. Whew, sick! I feel like I can buzz now. I wasn't buzzing earlier. I was too stressed to get to this meeting. I shouldn't have even been fishing. I took the mick really, but I've squeezed it in, and it was worth it. Yes! Excellent!
What a day. I'm not even going to go there. I've just got back to the wake. It is 5:20. I'll fill you in when I get back here, back in there. I don't know what's free. It's Friday, so there's 2 cars here. I know one is in peg 1, so hopefully no one's in 39. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to be a bit out of contention. But we'll see. Get down there. Alrighty. All set up. Been slowly doing everything. Turning rigs. It's 10 to 7 now. I'm in swim 39, which is over the other side. Basically, I was fishing over in this area, walking this way, wasn't I? I saw fish sort of over this side, all in this area, and then peg 1 in front of there is where I hooked one. Obviously I cast down. Someone's in there. Where's that? That's like there. So yeah, I'm just gonna literally chuck them all in this area here, and that's the plan. Literally just tied up some fresh super zigs. I haven't got a name for it. Oh yeah, I have, but I can't say what it is. And it's not noodle zig. No, it's a good one actually. But yeah, something different. May have been done before, I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely, hopefully there's something in it. We'll see, only time will tell. You know, if I feel like I'm hooking more fish because of it. And like I said, I can't really show it at the minute, basically, based on the product that might come out on the back of it. I'm not too sure, but that's not for me to decide, so I'm just sort of leaving it out in a minute. You know what it's like when you've got a little edge, you just got to keep your cards close to your chest until you figure out, yeah, this is an edge or not. I don't want to say it is and it turn out not. You know, if I'm on fish, maybe I would have got bites using normal zigs, who knows. One thing's for sure, I'm buzzing. I've just watched the footage back from earlier. Camera's sorted now as well. I finally sort of got to have a bit of a buzz. It was so weird. Fair play to the guys who do overnighters and that. Catch a fish on last def, I literally so pulling at me, I had to get off. My head was all over the place, I'm sure you can tell. Well, actually I couldn't actually. I did have a bit of a buzz in the video. I can't remember because I was just stressing about going, you know, just, you know what it's like. So anyway, we'll see what's happening in a minute. I'm going to ping these rods out. I haven't heard anything. I've probably been sat here a good 40 minutes or something, just slowly tying them rigs and not in any rush. It's lovely around here, nice and quiet. If I hear them over here tonight, you know, I heard that one, didn't I, midnight, that was the game changer. Boom, over these ways, well, towards this area, so I feel like this is a good song. Either here or peg 1 would have been the one. There we go, saved by the bell. Fill you in later. Right. So they are staggered across the front of the swim. Not that you can see. Yeah, basically like here, 3, 4, 5 foot. It's definitely getting deeper to the left, so I went a bit taller. 3, 4, 5 foot, 28 wraps, 26 wraps, 24 wraps. That's all I can do. See what happens through the night, and in the morning I'm going to be sitting up, obviously, because I've got a big carp buzz on. Kettle time. Eggy lid. Right, it's about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I don't even know what time it is, and I'm walking around to peg 1 because I think Spence, who's in there, has got Spike, the big one, 20 to 10. Wow, they were there, we knew they were there. Where am I? Just walking around. We knew they were there, didn't we? Fair play to him, he has had it before though, but he obviously caught them there this morning, no doubt, and he's caught it. Hopefully, I mean, I don't want to catch the big one yet anyway, do I? But yeah, fair play, happy days, and that means cat is definitely going to come out of the bag now. It'd be interesting to, I've been dying to see this carp on the bank. If there's something that's going to, if there's something that's going to attract you to a lake, is seeing the big one, and I'm buzzing to see this fish. Fair play, Spence. Obviously we're going to weigh it up because we document them all, and I'm sure he'll have a couple of snaps with it, no doubt. It's an incredible carp and it could be bloody massive. Whew. Right, let's go and see it. Give this guy a little bit of a rub because he's got loads of look at him. Look, get your saddles out. It's not saddle back, but that is a big, thick one carp, mate. Wow.
It's definitely spike. Oh yeah. A big, fat, long one here, mate. If there's one thing that's going to get me buzzed for this year, it's seeing that thing now.
It's massive.
And that's massive. That's huge, mate. That is definitely a big 60-pounder. Big, fat thing. We're going to need a bigger net.
Just push her up, mate. That's it. What's she saying?
64 to 4.
64.4?
64.
8?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, boy! That's a big old carp.
Wow. Sorry, mate.
No, just say I've got so much.
My days, look at the length of that thing, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want her out for long.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah. Fair play, mate.
Right, stick
I'll give her a
some
bit
water
more
on her.
water.
Right, short one. Tell me
Mate,
when
you
you're ready.
look at the length of that. She's just going redder and redder, mate.
Yeah, get upset, I'll get you out. I'll go back.
Hey up. Oh my days. Oh, go on, curl it, lad. Get in. It's only 64.
Put her back.
Right, mate, you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
There she goes, boy. Go on, girl. Well in, Spen, mate.
Well done, mate.
Well in.
64.8.
64.8.
I retained it.
Well done. Last capture and next capture.
Well done, mate.
Right, everyone get a peg each on this bivvy then, yeah?
Thanks, yeah. I'm already on.
Right, oh, he's on it, yeah, we'll all pull these out, eh? Whew. Wow. Now that's some carp, innit? What a joke that is. Press the button by accident then. Ooh, zooming. Just found out that another one of the lads had a 52-pounder last night. Common, Saddleback Common up the other end in the bay. Which is just mad. It done a 52 last night. I had a 57 this morning. And he's just had spike at 64 in 3 bites. What a joke. Wow. Oh man, what a place. Incredible. Really buzzing for him. Obviously he's had it before, but wow, 64 pound. Incredible. Glad I was there to see it, because that's enough to get the old blood boiling, like I say. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I was a bit gutted in the sense of, not gutted, that's the wrong word to use, not gutted at all, but it's one of them. I was definitely in the right zone, and had I not had that meeting today, I think we all know based on this morning, and this is not me taking anything away from Spence, because bloody hell, it turns out we've just had a right old chat. He obviously come and see me this morning before anything was going on. We had a nice chat, and then he walked past later on a bit coy. I'd clocked him and been a bit coy. I was on the phone when he walked past. So as it transpires, he'd seen him. I seen him and chucked at him. He seen him and walked past me slowly, and then ran to get his van. He'd parked up the other end. Oh, we just had a right giggle. What a laugh. Obviously, I was considering moving down there this morning, wasn't I said, because obviously he was walking around. I was considering going down there with my rods for a few hours, but I didn't want to, because obviously he'd have known that I'd seen something if I just moved for a few hours in the morning. So what a game carp angling is. So yeah, I'm buzzing. I've had a 57, he's had a 64, him up there's had a 52. That's what carp fish is about. If you're not sharing buzzes, then you know there's something seriously wrong. This is, you know, it's definitely us against the fish, not us against each other. Yeah, you have to swing a few corners and cut, you know what I mean, keep a few things quiet as and when. And to be honest, I wasn't up for keeping it quiet. I don't want to lie to people, especially lads that I'm chatting to all the time. I just wanted to keep it quiet for the day while I got the buddy back down here. Otherwise I would have turned back up and it'd been busy, wouldn't it? Or at least for the Boxing Day session as well. But cat's out the bag now, who cares? I'm sure the lads that are coming down were coming down anyway, but it's just in the back of your mind, especially when I was coming back a few hours later. So anyway, I'll shut up. The rods are out there. There's fish obviously down here still. So let's see what can happen. But my winter's made. I could blank for the rest of 23 and for the winter in 24, and I'd be more than happy. That 38 a couple of weeks back and that 57 this morning, eyes made up.
Morning. Heard nothing, seen nothing, caught nothing. 0 beeps. But I slept like a log. I was up to about 1. I'm telling you something. I need some sort of medal. I just realised, well, I haven't just realised, I knew what I was doing, but I need to go to the shop. I've got no food, I swear to God, since I've been here. I've had a bag of Flaming Hot Monster Munch and a bag of Skittles that I already had. And even my milk was from last session. I had half of it left. I need supplies, man. When I got myself, I had a emergency beef and tomato pot noodle in the van that I got last night. Celebrate the goings on. Got to save them for a special occasion. Oh, let's weigh up what this morning's gonna bring. See where these carps are. I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna have to stay tonight as my final night, as opposed to going home today and coming back on Boxing Day. It's 3 nights on, 3 nights off, so if I do tonight I can't come back to the day after Boxing Day, and that session will become a 2-nighter. But I feel like, because I feel like I might be in like prime zone and they're having it, then pulling that extra night is better tonight than doing an extra one Boxing night onwards, because the full moon into the 27th anyway. So that's a potential plan. Look at that. What a time to be alive. Seen them showing. Maybe I should have gone back in peg 2. Between peg 1 and 2, closer to peg 2, but I have just seen one closer to my water that's definitely reachable. So I'm just sort of slowly eyeing up a fresh sig and wanging it out there a bit further. I'm not that far, I've just seen that one, so might be the plan. Don't really want to take my eyes off the water to tie up zigs either. What to do?
Hello. I'm easy old Twisted. Making a move over around this corner. There's a swim here. Fishes out into this sort of bottom end. Sort of piecing everything together. One sec, you can help me pack up. Piecing everything together from, hey up. Yeah, piecing everything together from what I've seen. Seen one poke its head out over there. Seen them on short on that bank. See them on the morning before. Yesterday morning when I caught. It all seems to be on that bank. The ones that I see over here might have been the same ones that went that way. They might have started here and moved across. So I've seen one today over there. Definitely see one poke its head out at the end of that jetty. You get all that water, so that's what I'm basing my theory on. I didn't have any liners last night. I haven't seen any in my water. Nothing to say that they're not here, but nothing to say they are here either. So I've just quickly packed the old bivvy down, ran it round into the swim, set it up in the swim. I've come back round. Just 'cause it's Saturday, you never know, someone might turn up. So I thought, get my bivvy around there, come back down, pack the rest of it up. That'll be 10 minutes and I'll be round there. So, because I just got a feeling that they are going to start showing this evening, and I'm just sort of slowly looking, because if I start seeing them out here in a minute, I'll stay. But hopefully I see them over there and know where to chuck. So we're getting back to the drawing board. Probably should have gone back where I caught from. Peg 2. But obviously I was fishing right down into peg 1's water, so it's what it is.
Plus, I'll be closer to the boys then, so we can go and have an Indian as well. We're getting an Indian tonight. It's one of them type of lakes, real nice, sociable gaff lake. So yeah, looking forward to that because I'm starving. I'm running on empty. Brought no food. I didn't stop at the shop, so I'm living on rations, pot noodles, and all that. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. There's the jetties I was on about. A jetty there, jetty there. Obviously, Spencer's over there. He'd be fishing out in this water somewhere. I walked straight at it. I was over there and I caught from sort of here, casting out here. Obviously well over there, but yeah, just I've got a feeling he might just be sat here in this shallow water between these jetties and that. I've seen fish enough to say I've not seen enough over there to warrant not coming and having a go over here. I've done a night in this swim a couple of months ago, and I remember it being deep to the right, bowl area there, and then yeah, showers up towards them jetties, so a bit of shallow water to play with again, so hopefully them 3 and 4 footers come into play like what I caught on the other day. Right, I think I'm just going to slowly get myself in the bivvy. The rods are ready to go, so I'm just going to keep my eyes out. Obviously I'll take a gamble if I don't see anything. Chuck where I think. A couple of shallow ones in the shallow water, maybe one straight out in a bit of deep water. Off memory I think it's 9-10 foot. Same as in front of that swim down there, it's the same bowl. So maybe a 7 or 8 in that, something. Literally 5 minutes. Wow. Five minutes. One just boshed out as well. Wow. Come on, where are you going? Wow. Wow. Oh no. This is not stopping. Come on. That's it. Can't take too much. Wow. Where are you going? Wow. My dude. I just think something is sort of... There's a line on there, you can see it. You can't see it? Yeah, I can see that. There's no line on there. You see it halfway out, it's picked it up. Oh, I hope I'm not going to be in trouble here. Don't look right. Could be wrong. It don't look right. I don't think.
Reckon that's why it took so much line?
Maybe, mate. Could be wrong, like it might be this other line. It doesn't look right. You know what I mean? Looks like it's coming in tail. I don't think this is right, mate. It's in the tail, I reckon, mate. Oh well. Yeah. Bit of tail, I reckon.
Yeah, it's backwards, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think it's underneath that. I think it's got it in the tail. We'll see, mate. Come on, girl. Come on. I'll free you. Let's have a walk. Yeah, straight in the top load there, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's shame.
No, it's alright.
Oh. Sorry, girl. Sorry.
It's a nice one though.
Yeah.
It's dirty,
Yeah.
but
Get a bit
it don't need count.
It don't decount. Yeah, man. She's all treated up. Definitely was never in the mouth, just checked out. There she is. £30 you reckon, mate?
Yeah, 30. Definite 30.
Off she goes to fight another day.
Hopefully the next one's in the gob.
Maybe maybe she go out and take the other one.
Took the lead, isn't it?
Oh.
Nah, it's alright.
Oh.
I had a one noter. Yeah.
Absolutely doing bits with the boys. Little social on. Max is fuming. He's just had a wicked Alfrazy. Lovely. Celebrating old Spencer having spiked for the 7th time. I'm only joking, mate. He wants it on a quill, out the edge, on the surface, and he said he'll go. Right then. 7:59. 2 days ago they started showing at 8. Yesterday they showed at 8:02. And I'm predicting if they are still here, it's going to be around a similar time, if not 8:04. What's wonderful about it is, you know, I see these things all the time, but I'm just making a point of it now. But, you know, even the geese. So the geese were 7:46 yesterday. You alright, mate? Morning. 7:46 yesterday, and it was 7:44 the day before. And then it was 7:48 this morning. You know, everything is a couple of minutes apart. It's there or thereabouts, but it has been exactly 2 minutes difference. And it just sort of shows that sort of nature's got its own clock. We're the only one that's sort of fixed time, and they obviously use the natural light, if you like. Getting a bit deep, but it's definitely there to be seen. And these fish might not be here anymore, but I'm telling you now, I'd be very surprised if they're not, because it is so much warmer this morning. This wind has got a touch of south in it, and wow, has it gone warm. Like really warm. So I'd be surprised if they're not here. 8 o'clock. Boom, show. Straight in line with his bivvy. 8:02. That's madness. That is madness. That's mental. It's not far from that left-hander. 8:02. There he is. Yes! Come on. Roll for some shows. It's not far from that left-hander at all. Hopefully, it's fishing and it's game on. Yeah, that would have been, yeah, about there, straight in line with him. Spencer's bivvy. It's mental, that. Bloody mental.
And that's a wrap. Only a £57 for my efforts. Absolutely buzzing. It's going to be a nice drive home. Oh, this is Christmas. And a happy new year. Hope it's a good one. Without any tears. Bah! Oh, I'm having a bad morning, man. It's not my way on. I was just going round to bait up there. And yeah, I was just switching on with the bottle. Got a phone call saying my dog's not well, man. I've got a video of it, but I don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to, so. Yeah, she's not very well. She's an old girl anyway, she's 30, bless her. So, just my way home. Hopefully she's going to be alright. She's at the vet's now. Hopefully she's going to be alright, fingers crossed. It's never a good time, is it, for your dog to be ill. I mean, I ain't got kids, but it can't be much different than this. If you're a dog lover, I'm sure you understand that. Hopefully she's going to be alright. We'll see. But yeah, it's never a good time. But Christmas Eve, I want to make it all about Ernest Christmas as well, because I know she's probably not long left from being old, so spoil her rotten. Come on, Maisie. Coming home. I'm about an hour away now. Doing 170. Not really. The roads are really clear. It's Christmas Eve, isn't it? So everyone's at home wrapping presents, no doubt. Yeah. See you when I see you.